Charles Area Humane Society. We heard that we had some questions about the RAP method with walking the dogs, and we wanted to give a little video on how to do it and refresh your memory. Now this is Joel. Joel has been at the shelter for just a little bit here, and when we walk him, pull a bit. So I'm going to show you an example of us walking without the harness method on. So as we're walking back and forth, you can see he's going in front of me. He is pulling on me a little bit, but when he gets really excited, you can see he really pulls on me. I don't want him to do that. I don't want him to hurt his neck either. So what we've got right now is we've got a leash. Now this is one of our special leashes. It does have this little extra loop here on the leash. He also has a martingale collar on. That is where it tightens when he pulls. Most of our dogs should have this on them because it will keep their collar from going over their heads for the most part. If your dog does not have one on, please ask us to switch that out. It's kind of a safety measure that we have here. Now, to keep a dog from pulling on us, we do like to use what's called the harness wrap method. Now, when doing this, you do have to be careful about dog body language because some dogs don't like hugs. So if you see them try to back away from you, turn their head away from you, whale eye, slow licking of the lips, tensing of the body, anything like that, you want to give them some space and back off. We do recommend doing this harness method in a get acquainted room or the classroom or somewhere a little bit calmer, especially if you're new at it. That way you can kind of get the practice and keep that dog nice and calm. Now Jennifer is going to feed him some treats here while we're doing this, so I can do this calmly. So what you'll do, you'll kind of kneel down by them, give them some pets so they know that you're going to be touching them. Now on your leash, you've got the clasp, the curve, and the latch. You want your leash to go to the side of the body that the curve is pointing to. So it's facing towards me. So I'm gonna bring my leash this way, and then I'm gonna bring it to the front of their chest. Give their chest a little bit of a pat so they understand you're touching them, and bring it between their legs. Now this is where it can get a little nervous for some dogs. They don't love hugs, so you'll have to be careful with that. I'll bring it between his legs to the opposite side of his chest, bring it up, and then just loop it underneath like so. Now, as you can see, that leash can now rub the curve. That's what we want. If we did it incorrectly, the leash would be rubbing the clasp, and we could be at risk of losing the dog. That is one way you can do it. Or if you have one of these special leashes, you can simply take your leash and put it through this little ring here. Now, not all of our leashes have this. This is a special leash, and you can see that. Now, what this does is it creates essentially a front clip harness so that when they pull on you, it tightens around their chest rather than neck, and you have a little bit more control. Now, a nice thing that you can do with this is also you bring it up. They've got the martingale collar. You can bring it through that extra loop of the martingale collar as well if you don't have one of these special leashes. So that will also help as you do this. Now, I'm a big fan of just doing it through the little loop here with this special leash. So now you'll see when I walk him, I've got a little bit more control. It's pulling on his chest without pulling on his neck. So this is creating a lot more comfortable walking, and you can see he's not pulling on me as much. All right, now if you would like an in-person demonstration of this or a refresher training, please contact myself and I can get you that refresher training. You can stop by my office. This is a great way to keep the dogs comfortable, safe, and also not hurt them in the process. We don't want to put a lot of pressure on that neck. So if you need any help, please just reach out for some extra training tips. Thanks, guys.